Hi guys. Good afternoon, actually. So, a while ago, my sister, like a long time ago, told me, she's like, Mel, you have to do those get ready with me videos that I didn't know people actually even did. Okay. I never really saw them before, but I guess people do them. Anyway, I tend to get ready in the car, as you can see. And I'm a makeup artist. If you don't know me, my name is Melinda, and I've been doing makeup my whole life. Okay, my whole entire life. And I find that I always like to do my own personal makeup. I tend to like to do it like in the car. And that's being truthful because I have the best light in the car. And I kind of forgot. I keep meaning to put my makeup on, like, to videotape this. And the reason why I say this is because I was talking to a friend FaceTime about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I don't know. And when he called me, I wasn't feeling good. I had a headache or whatever. I was still laying down in the bed. I was still like laying down. And he like he saw me get up from the bed, go in the car, okay? And as we were talking FaceTime, he saw me put on my eyebrows and put on my mascara. And today I'm putting on, this is called concealer. Okay, this is concealer. So anyway, he saw me do that whole process. And it was so sweet because he said, I mean, these are his words. He said, damn, I just saw you go from pretty and cute to like really nice or whatever, like right there in your car. He's like, I just saw you do the whole thing. And we were talking. We were literally actually conversating, going back and forth. And I could care less. Sometimes you see me, I might look cute. And sometimes you see me, I might look like a hot mess. I'm the type of person that I have allergies or whatever. And when I eat something, anybody would tell you, if you know me, you're going to see it on my eyes. You're going to see, I will look terrible. And I could care less. Okay. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't care is because I'm at that stage in my life where, look, it is what it is. I am who I am, with or without makeup, with or without allergies, with or without whatever, right? Like, take it or leave it. My character and who I am, literally my energy, I own that. And you either like it or you don't, period, the end. And I don't really care. And if you don't, you can exit stage left, okay? Because I'm not changing for nobody. I'm just not in that place in my life anymore where I care. I do not care. I don't have enough time left. I feel like, on this earth, I don't want to waste any time or energy on fakeness and all of that. Who I am has nothing to do with my outside. The clothes I wear, the car I drive, the name brand, whatever, not name brand, the whatever. Okay. So anyway, sometimes you might see me, I have no makeup on, and sometimes you might see me and I have full face makeup on. And that's because I do makeup for a living, and it's a part of my expression and a part of my creativity, my therapy, is putting on my own eyebrows and doing it for others, right? And I enjoy it. I love it. But it's like, take it or leave it. And I think it's so cute because I have to tell a story because it's really a cute story. My second husband, who was very sweet. I don't ever want to talk bad about him. He does mean well. He's very sweet. Well, when he met me, he told me he thought I was attractive and stuff like that, right? After we got together or whatever, sometimes we would be going places and I would just get in the car and go or whatever. I'd be like, okay, let's go. And he would look at me sometimes and say, don't you need to put on your eyebrows? He literally would say, don't you need to put your eyebrows on? And I say, oh, well, I wasn't going to or something. And he will be like, oh, I can wait. Go ahead and put your eyebrows on. I can wait. And I used to be like, it means like that much to you that I put on my, because I do have eyebrows, but you know what I mean? He was used to me having them filled in. And I was like, dang, okay, fine. I'll put on my eyebrows. But it would be so funny because he would tell people, yo, I met her. She's a shapeshifter because when I met her, she had eyebrows on. And like, I expect her to have eyebrows on when we go places. It was so funny to me because he doesn't understand, like, as women, Okay, yeah, sometimes I have my eyebrows, sometimes I have my full face on, sometimes I don't, like, whatever. And that is a funny thing, because some men absolutely, like, they like makeup. A lot of men, they don't, like, a lot of men that I know, or they like just more like natural kind of thing. And now I'm at a stage in my life where I could care less, really. I really could care less if I have makeup on or if I don't. It is what it is. I don't really care. But I also don't care if you care. Like, I don't care if the guy that I'm with, like, if he cares. Okay, I'm not doing it for him. I'm doing it for myself if I am putting on makeup. And if I'm not putting on makeup, I'm also doing that for myself as well. Like, it's just one of those things where I just could care less. I remember one of my first, like, boyfriends that I liked, young, like, he did not like any makeup at all. He didn't even hardly like chapstick, because he was like, if I want to kiss you, I don't want lipstick coming off or whatever. And it was like a big deal. And I remember feeling like, oh man, I can't wear lipstick around him. I was young. That I actually even adjusted my likes and dislikes to him, meaning I knew from the time I was 3 years old that I wanted to be a makeup artist, that I wanted to do that, and that was important. So anybody that I ever potentially got with or whatever needed to understand, like, that's just a part of my creative expression and a part of what I do. It's part of my gifts, actually, in beautifying things, right? And so anyway, I remember thinking, like, oh, I can't wear makeup around him. Well, anyway, that girl doesn't exist. She was young. She was very, 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 very young and immature and everything, right? And so now, the woman that I am, I just thought it was really cute that when we were FaceTiming, that he said that to me. He said, oh, I just saw you go from cute and totally, like, fine. And, he like, totally fine. Like, my appearance is fine. But because I had to get up out of the bed and had to get going. And he stayed on the FaceTime. And I just did it like what I'm doing now. And I put up my brows and everything. And he was like, damn, I never seen that before. I never seen a woman do that. Which is cute, because my first husband, he used to watch me put on whatever, and he liked it. And then some men, like I said, they absolutely hate it. Anyway, I'm no longer that person who's living and doing whatever for anybody else. I'm totally past that. In fact, shape-shifting for somebody to love you is a no-go. Absolutely a no-go. Talking about shape-shifting in general, it's like you might get with somebody, and I've already experienced this now one too many times, and I don't like this. I don't like this, because I am the kind of person, like, what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Okay, I'm very honest and upfront, open, and, like, what I present to you is literally who I'm going to be even after we get together. I don't know why some men appear to be or seem to shapeshift. They present one way. I know women do this too. I have another person that I know who ended up marrying a shapeshifter. Okay, and this happens. I was guilty of that too, and I see that this happens. I guess people, they like to present their best self up front, but after you get together with them and they feel like they don't have to do those things to get you anymore, their mask falls off and you see the real them. The good thing with me is that, yeah, I am mouthy, and yes, I can definitely be uncontrollable. Maybe to some people, they might look at it like that or whatever, but what you see is what you get. You are not going to be surprised with me, right? Like, what you see is what you get. Okay, you may see me with eyebrows, or you might see me with no eyebrows. You might see me with makeup, you might not. You might see me one day, dressing like one way, dressing up and totally dressed up and very, 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 girly, in my element, in my zone, doing makeup or whatever, whatever, if that's what I'm doing that day. And the next day I'm totally at home in my pajamas or something, with my green tea, reading my Bible. And I am literally, like, meditating and talking to God. Okay, so that's really who I am. And I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of family, people who literally laugh at me because they're like, Melinda, I do have a lot of opposites in my spectrum. I really do have, like, I really could be one way and I enjoy one thing or whatever, and the next day I'm totally over here, with God, kumbaya, and not that I'm doing anything bad or whatever, but, like, I might be in the zone over here doing my makeup, or out there getting it, you know, being a hustler, selling my whatever, you know, I got going on, my gift baskets or whatever, and I'm totally in work mode. And then other times I could be at home, and the next thing you know, I'm in mommy zone, mommy mode, and it's like, you know, we're cleaning the house and whatever the case. I mean, when I had my grandparents stay with me, and I stayed with my grandparents, it was the same thing. I remember I worked at the Mac counter. This was before my husband passed and my grandparents passed, and I was working at the Mac counter, literally doing makeup and, you know, with customers and everything, and looking one way and going from the Mac counter to the hospital to visit my grandfather right before he passed away. And I was still in my Mac gear, dressed to the nine in my, you know, I had my I remember having my pearls on, my it was like 10 strands of pearls, and, you know, makeup, full face makeup, whatever, heels, all of that, all black, you know, that whole thing. And I'm walking now into the hospital the day before my grandfather went into hospice. And I sat down and I was talking to my grandfather, and I'm pulling out his food, and I fed him his last meal. I'm literally feeding my grandfather his last meal. And I actually got a lot of it on video because I was talking to him, because I knew from the experience I had with my grandmother that he was going to go to hospice, and I knew at any moment that could potentially be his last meal, or could be potentially the last time I heard his voice. And in fact, it was. So I got it on video. But I had just come from the Mac counter, and what I would consider to be a job that I love, but it's kind of foofy, you know, like foofy. Like, it's not a heavy, mentally heavy or emotionally heavy, draining type of job, right? It's kind of fun and airy. But then going right into the hospital and dealing with my grandfather who was passing away. And I fed him, you know, and I took his food, and I remember feeding him. And let me tell you, even before that, yeah, there were times that I absolutely took care of my grandparents physically, as far as, you know, making sure they were bathed and all of that. But I'm that girl. I'm literally that girl. Like, I will go and do that. Like, whatever is necessary. And I might do it in heels, and I might do it in a full face of makeup with eyebrows, or I might not. And either way, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to get the job done, right? But I didn't care. I was coming from the Mac counter. I remember that. And I love my grandfather so, so much. But it's like, that's my shape-shifting, if you want to say shape-shifting. You know, I could go from that, and then literally I'm at the hospital. You know, and a totally different energy and seriousness, you know. And yeah, I think that's life, you know. But I'm real. That's the thing. It's like, are you real? It's like, are you real? Are you real? What you present to people, as far as, you know, when you are in relationships and whatnot, like, is what you're presenting real? Because if it's not, you might find yourself trying to control situations. You know, trying to control people, trying to control people's feelings, trying to control people's emotional states. Things that you can't control, things that you shouldn't be trying to control, things that you should actually release control from, so that you can actually be lighter, be happier, and not be responsible for. Right? Like I talked about last night in my other video about controlling, trying to control people. I know where I'm at right now at this point, for sure in my life, and I wish I had arrived here sooner, is not allowing people to control you. Okay? And I feel like I was always here, and I do feel like I've always expressed myself. It's just, for whatever reason, I didn't detect in the other person the shape-shifting nature or whatever, so that after we got together, it was like they tried to put the clamp down, and they tried to clamp me down and try to cramp my style and try to take whatever away from me. No, it doesn't work like that, especially not at this age, No, I am who I am, just like you are who you are, right? And I know that it's not my job to try to control somebody else and make them be something that they're not. I don't even want that. Like, I don't even want to do that. It's different to adjust yourself for love, you know, in a healthy manner, if it's something that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you want to do. I can't get this to stay. if you want to do that, in your relationship, if that's what you want to do, so be it. Okay, so be it. But if you don't want to, like if you really don't want to, then don't do it. Okay, then you're not supposed to do that. Like, for example, okay, when you met me, and this is what I always say, like when you met me, I was doing makeup and I was doing gift baskets, and I'm doing, like, if this is how you met me. Now, if you think you're going to try to shape shift me after we get together into not doing whatever, no, that's not with this chick. No, sir. No, ma'am. No. Okay. And I ask you out there, if you're watching this video, do you do that? Do you present one way when you are dating or when you are going out, and then as soon as you get with that person, do you show up differently or expect them to be different once you're together? Is that who you are, or is that what you expect? Are those your expectations? Because if that's the case, you're going to be in for a rude awakening with some people. Some women may let you get away with that. Some women may let you get away with that. And a lot of us, if they're anything like me, they're not going to let you get away with that. Like, she's not going to hang around. She's not going to stay. She's not. And I know for me, I'm not. It's like, it's like I've got my life as far as the things that I like and what I do and what my goals are and what my mission is and who I want to help and who I want to worship and my children and my friends and family and the things that I do. And if you present yourself to me, are you going to add to that, or are you going to try to take that away? Are you going to try to pull me away from my family? Are you going to try to isolate me, control me, change me? Are you going to be a shapeshifter? I know someone who I knew someone who was dating somebody, and he told me the only time he got love from this girl was whenever he was with somebody else. He had to get with somebody else to make her jealous for him to experience or feel like a sense of love from her. And I was like, what? Like, that is so toxic. That is toxic. That's very, very, very toxic. Like, clearly she doesn't really love you. I mean, that's not real love. That's control. That's possession. That's someone who wants to control you or have a possession over you, who has some sort of other ulterior motive to be with you, whatever that is. Money, ownership, kids, to look a certain way. I don't really know. But the point is like, this is as plain as could be. Like, it doesn't get any clearer than that. Like, that's not real love. He didn't believe me. He went back to that person and then he experienced exactly what I said. That's not real love. That is not real love. That's someone who shapeshifts. That she's going to act a certain way when she thinks that you are wanted by somebody else. Then all of a sudden she wants to be nice. And I remember he even said to me one day, he said, oh, she's being nice right now, but it won't last. And I was like, okay, why would you even deal with that? Like, why would you even be dealing with somebody like that? Okay, because to me, I wouldn't even be dealing. If somebody showed that to me, that they were only going to treat me nice whenever I tried to make them, jealous or whatever, no, you have to go. That's not real love to me. Like, to me, I wouldn't even accept that. I would not even accept that as a person to love, or as a potential lover. I wouldn't do that. I would be like, no. I would just be like, no, we're not doing that. I don't know. To me, I don't know. I guess that taps into emotional IQ. What they call it? Emotional intelligence. That's what they call it. I mean, I guess so. I guess that's what you call it, part of having emotional intelligence and understanding, people or whatnot. I don't know. And I think the more experience you get, and like for me, I always read about narcissism and narcissists and, controlling men. I always read about that kind of thing. But then I never experienced it. Okay. But now that I can say that I have some experience with that, I definitely know better now. And now I have some emotional IQ when it comes to that. I can definitely say I have some emotional IQ-ness. I now have an emotional IQ. Or I've grown. My emotional IQ has grown when it comes to narcissism. Okay, so, I don't know. I just feel like being a shapeshifter, and I don't know, I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that. I'm not shape-shifting for nobody. I'm not going to present myself one way. I'm just not going to do it. Yeah, I would hope that my children don't do that. I don't want my boys to do that. You know, be strong and have good character in who you are. If you say you worship Jehovah God, then you worship that God everywhere you go, here or there and everywhere. This place, in your job, at home, or at here or whatever. If you believe in whatever it is that you really believe in, you feel strongly, then you better do that. Don't let people push you over. Don't let people shape shift or trick you into thinking that they love you. But what they really have is a form of like wanting to control you, wanting to possess you, you know. And it's like, I don't know. That is like, that part of my life and that type of is over. I am no longer even entertaining that. You know, I'm just not in a place in my life where I'm going to accept that anymore at all. Okay, so I feel very strongly, like I feel like now that I've been through some experiences and I've been very mouthy about these experiences, as far as like, you know, don't even come at me if you think you're going to come over here to try to change a single thing. Not saying that I'm perfect. It's just that this is who I am. See, I'm not for everybody, just like you're not for everybody. Right? And it's not that people can't change. People do change. But you change based on your experiences. You change when God presents. When God, if you love God and you pray to God and you ask Him for change, you will change for those reasons, for right reasons, for good reasons. For when you realize something is not working. When something is not working in your life and you're not making the kind of money you need to make, then you're going to change your job. When you're not liking the area you live in, then you're going to change your house. You know, you change for the right reasons. You don't just change, you know, for the wrong reason. You don't promise somebody, oh, I'm going to be one way or act one way, and then you change up on them after you get together. No, that's not real change. That's not right. That's not proper. And I don't want you guys to not be able to. Here, I'll use this one. I'll use this one here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's a part of life. Uh-oh, stay here. Let me put on my lipstick. Because I'm about to go in. I have some errands I have to run. I have 3 stops I have to make right over here. Anyway, I'm about to go inside, so I need my lipstick on. By the way, if you're wondering, this is MAC lip liner Cherry. It's Cherry. It's called Cherry. It's a blue red. Well, actually, yeah, this one is kind of it's a blue red. It matches the Ruby Woo. And I tell my ladies whenever I help them put on their makeup, you can use your lip liner throughout your whole lip, and it'll help your lipstick to like stay on longer. Okay? Ruby Woo from MAC is one of my favorite reds. It's a blue red. It was actually designed, I read this a long time ago. I don't know if I read it from MAC or in the company. I can't remember now. But it was actually designed to be, this blue red was designed to literally look good on every skin shade. Like, no matter what skin color, white, black, whatever, Chinese, yellow, whatever you are, it was designed to look good on every skin tone. This is the reason why this blue red it's a good red. Okay. This is my favorite red. This is my favorite lipstick. Okay. And I can wear whatever I want. I'm not with anybody who's like, you can't wear your lipstick. In fact, my second husband was so cute. I'm sorry, not my second, my first husband. It was so cute that he used to say he liked when I put on my makeup and when I kissed him, and he liked having lipstick stains all over his forehead and all over, because he said, did it look like he was extra loved by me? Travis was so cute. Oh, he was my sweetheart. He said the cutest things. Okay, so anyway, my sister said, Mel, you have to do these get ready with me videos. So I said, okay. I suppose. I don't know why. But she said people like that, and it's okay, Brittany. And so, okay, what this was just my face powder that you throw on all over. And then one of my other things that I do is I'll take a regular face powder that's a little bit darker. You want to go about two to 3 shades darker than what you are. You know, it depends. And I'll take that and you want to go down like this on the side. And it's called contouring. You can find plenty of videos like this on YouTube. Plenty of videos. But basically what you're doing is giving to yourself some life, some color, some contour. And you want to kind of, basically, it frames out your face, okay? So this is an actual blush. This is just a darker skin tone than what you are. But it's just kind of giving you a little bit of a structure and warmth to your face. Now, this brush, if you see this brush right here, this one's from Real Techniques. I do have a lot of MAC brushes, but I also love these Real Techniques. You can get this from CVS. This, it comes in a set of 5. It's like 20 bucks, but oh my God, when I get a 40% off coupon or 30% off, it is so worth it because you get 5 brushes, and these brushes are the bomb. I actually love these brushes. So I bought this set several times, and I also resell it. I will many times resell it, but you do 40% off of that, and you know, it's about $11 or whatever. That is such a good price to get like 5 brushes. That is a good price. And they last, and I love them. This is a good shape. So you see the shape of this brush? I don't know if you can tell. You see? Can you tell the shape of the brush? Is designed to contour. That's what it's designed to do. It's designed to contour. And so contour goes literally up through here and through here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Especially like for me, you're just running errands or whatever. And I like to always just kind of get ready in the car and, you know, there you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And anyway, so let's see. I think that's all I'm putting on. I actually, okay, so on my eyebrows, I use this product right here. It's called, okay, this is one of my, this one here is the Unbelievable Brow from L'Oreal. They have a couple different shades, like brown and whatnot, but there's another one that I like, which is from Wonder Brow. I have them both. This one here, well, this is the Wonder Extensions for mascara, and they also have the Wonder Brow. Let me see if I can find it. It is also the bomb and long wearing. It will absolutely, this was Wonder Brow. You can't really see it now because it's worn off, but anyway, this is like a tint. So I use a mixture of this and this on my brows, so it'll be long wearing. Now, Wonder Brow has a one like this, which is also the bomb. It's really the bomb. I don't know where it's at the moment. It's MIA. It's probably under my seat somewhere. Anyway, like if I can't find that, because I like the tone of that one and it lasts longer. But if I can't, then I'll mix these two together because this is too dark. This one is too light. So I'll mix them together and put it on. Okay. On my eyes, by the way. On my eyes. Okay. Here's my eyeshadow brush. All I did was I took one of these. I don't know if it was this. I don't know if it was this one. This one is like a L'Oreal True Match. This one is Iman. Anyway, I use them both interchangeably, but basically the only thing I did on my eyes was this. I put this on. Now, I'm not doing full face as far as like really. All I did was this and eyeliner, mascara. I didn't do any eyeshadow today. I'm not going to do any eyeshadow today. I don't feel like doing any eyeshadow today because I'm not. For me, my red lips make me look like I have a full face. But also, this is one of my tips that I give my clients all the time, that when you're wanting to do an everyday look, and if you want to look more made up, but you don't really want to spend the time of doing that, you do whatever your bare minimum is. So maybe mascara, maybe eyeliner, or whatever. Like me, I put my eyebrows on. Everybody is different or whatever, but do whatever your bare minimum is and pick one place that you want to put emphasis on or color. To me, the easiest thing to do is your lips. You can put your lipstick on easy and also take it off easy. But without my lips, I look super toned down. I don't need the makeup or whatever. You know, you could look very much like every day, whatever, but you put your lipstick on and you look like you tried. You look like you actually woke up and said, I'm going to try to look cute or whatever, okay? So it's like just doing a little bit will, you know, picking the one spot so you don't look overdone or like too much. Me personally, I don't have a problem wearing red lips. I love my red lipstick. It is what it is. And something I enjoy. Oh, Wonderlift. I forgot about that. I don't know if you can see that. This is a good eye cream if you're looking for a good eye cream. I didn't put any on today. It does have color and it is a little drying, but it will tighten you up. If you do, like when I do have an allergy attack or I do have something bad, you know, like I ate something I shouldn't eat or whatever, this saves my life. This will definitely help to tighten you up so you don't look so crazy. Okay? Anyway, yeah, I think that the main thing I'm trying to get across in general to, like, as I was talking to my son and my boys, and in general where I'm at, like right now, is basically don't try to control people. Don't be controlling. Nobody wants to deal with somebody who's controlling, okay? Nobody wants that. So don't bring that to the relationship and don't allow people to control you. Like, you have to put up boundaries with people and like, look, this is who I am. You know, I know it's not easy. It is not easy to leave somebody. It is not easy to tell somebody, I no longer want to be a part of your life, or I no longer want to share space with you, or I no longer want to do XYZ with you, or be with you, be married to you, or be in a relationship with you, or whatever the case. I know that's not easy to do. It takes guts. But you know what? It's worth it. Get some guts. If you want your freedom and you want to be able to live your life the way that you actually want to, if you want to be able to, you know, have the kind of successes and not have people try to control you or, you know, cap your success or cap what they want for you or whatever. No, you have to get some boundaries. You have to be able to say, I know you're not going to like what I'm about to tell you. You're not going to like this. And I know it's not going to make you happy. And you're going to kick and scream and throw a hissy fit and, you know, have a meltdown and act like a toddler and try to throw up blockades and try to, you know, depending on how immature they are, depending on how nasty they are, you know, try to throw up old dirt against you, or maybe try to, you know, try to throw you in jail, or try to take you for all your money. I mean, people do all kinds of things, all because they take so personal that somebody does not want to be with you anymore. And I know that can be hurtful, but really and truly, when you know and you accept that you cannot control other people and they can't control you, and that you can't control what other people want and desire, when you really accept that in life becomes so much more easier. It's like, good, let people go. Let them go. Let them move on. Like, let people go and love, and don't try to stop them. In fact, for me, I'm like, look, if you don't want to be with me, great. Tell me now, or let me know if there's something or whatever. Go. I'd rather you exit my life so you don't block whoever I'm supposed to be with, or the next guy, whoever is the next person who God really wants me to be with, who actually will value who I am and what I bring to the relationship and my creativity, who will value my red lipstick, who will value my eyebrows or lack of eyebrows, or who will value my expression, the way I talk, who I worship. You know, in other words, like, don't get in my way. You know, for me personally, I'd rather you be upfront and honest. I mean, this is who I am, and I don't want nobody stopping me, and I know I'm not going to stop nobody from leaving my life. That's just, I mean, that is really the best way to be. So everybody can just move on in peace and live your best life. Like, be able to live your best life, whatever that is, okay? Whatever that is for you. Like, especially when you get to be in your 50s. I mean, I know some people who are in their 50s and going into, you know, almost 60s or whatever, and you're that old and you're trying to throw up blocks because somebody doesn't want to be married to you anymore or be with you. That's just, like, how much time do you think you have left? How much time do you think you actually have left that you could be wasting on trying to block somebody else's happiness? And you're over there probably blocking your own happiness. Like, your own happiness, you might literally be stopping yourself also. You think you're just stopping that other person. Like I said, think about relationships. Think about, why do people actually enter into a relationship? Like, why do people want to get booed up? Why do people want to get married? Like, I mean, really think about, Forget, I mean, not all the non-love reasons. I'm not talking about the money or, property or businesses or, to get a green card or a visa or whatever. Not those reasons. I'm talking about for love. Like when people who are just really attracted to each other, or who initially are attracted to each other, what is it about that feeling do you like? You like spending time with them. You like cuddling. You like going shopping together, or maybe doing whatever it is that you do, whether it could be racing your car, like me and my first husband, he liked to race his car, or maybe gardening. Maybe you like to, watch movies, have movie night. Maybe you like to take long walks. Maybe you like to go camping. Maybe you like to play sports with that person. Like, it's for company, right? It's for companionship. It's for having that real good energy, that real good vibe, right? Of somebody with you, somebody to have your back, somebody maybe to build with, to grow a business together, to whatever that is, like whatever, travel with that person or whatever. But if you want that out of your relationship, that real connection and love, making love, expressing love, making love, feeling loved, if that is what you really want out of a relationship, you can't force that on nobody. That is not an energy that can be forced. You can't force that. And if somebody no longer feels that for you, and there's nothing else that you could do about it, or you've exhausted all the options, you've exhausted all the ability, again, you're past all that point of trying to bend yourself in a pretzel or whatever for that person, or change or whatever. Or if what that person wants from you makes you feel like you have to bend yourself in a pretzel, that's not going to last either, because you're not a pretzel. You are human. You are not a pretzel. You cannot show up like this all the time. You have to be free. You need to be able to be free, right? And there's going to be times when you're going to go be free. So if like that is what you think or whatever, if you want real love, eventually at some point it's going to burst. And you're not going to get that from that person if the person has to be like this to be in a relationship with you. If they have to constantly check in with you or tell you where they're at, you got to constantly look on their phone, or you got to constantly like GPS everywhere they're going, or you don't trust them, or you got to do all this stuff to control them, block their job or block their work or give them a curfew, all kinds of things, and you're a grown adult, do you really think that person's going to want to go traveling with you? Do you think that person's really going to want to grow a business with you? Do you think that person's really going to want to spend time with you? If they don't even, like, if they feel like they have to bend themselves in a pretzel to conform to whatever it is that you are looking for, or whatever it is that you're trying to command or demand or whatever, do you really think that you're going to have that person's heart, that you're going to actually be able to have a real true commitment from that person, and that you're going to have a strong connection? You can't force that. Those are things that you cannot force. You can't force it. It either is there or it's not. It's either there or it's not. And if it's not there, and the person is telling you that, then let them leave. Then let them go in peace. Because the quicker you accept the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. The truth, that's what the Bible says. The truth will set you free. And the sooner you own up and you actually accept that truth, the sooner you might find the right person for you. Or at least get yourself in a situation where you are more at peace. Like, more at peace. I kid you not. For me, I am at peace right now. And I've created peace in my life. I am not perfect. My situation is far, I'm not rich or whatever. I'm at work. I like to work. I like to do what I do. But I have peace. And let me tell you something. If you're not going to bring peace in my life, you can go. If you're going to try to steal my peace, no. No. Peace. I like peace. And really and truly, that's part of the Holy Spirit. Like, that's one of the fruitages of the Holy Spirit, is peace. But you have to actually cultivate that peace. And if you're living a lie, or you're trying to bend yourself in a pretzel, or somebody's trying to make you bend into a pretzel, that's not peace. That is not Holy Spirit. That is not a good flow. And what you really have is somebody who's faking fake love, not real love. That's why would anybody not want real love? Why would anybody want fake love? I don't want fake love. No. And if I'm too loud, or I'm too mouthy, or I'm too much of a diva, or if I'm too high maintenance, or if I'm this or I'm that, or whatever for you or the person or whatever I'm with, then goodbye. That's great. I'm sorry. Let me know now, because everybody has personalities, right? And I'm not about to dim my light or dim myself, squish myself down. No, I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. Not this chick. No. Just let me know now, however you know, whatever. And I could be out. Like, I'll be out of your way. I know for me, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. And I'm not going to try to control the other person's meltdown, or try to control how, or be worried about how the other person is going to try to throw up obstacles and try to make me feel bad, or badmouth me, or say bad things, tell other people stuff or whatever about me. I don't care. I don't care. You can say whatever you want to say to whoever you want to say. It doesn't matter to me. I'm still going to go and do my makeup. I'm still going to go and sell my stuff or do my gift baskets. I'm still going to go do what I do, you know, and I have about 6 different hustles that I do. I'm going to still do all of them. And I'm still going to go out there and be me, okay? And while you try to talk bad about me or whatever, or have your meltdown, or try to throw blame over here, or have your adult hissy fit, and all the other toxic behaviors that people do because somebody wants to leave their life, while you do that, I'm going to continue on cultivating peace over here and continue on what I do, okay? And still continue on my life. Like, in other words, you cannot force me to sit in a house, even if you take my keys to my car, even if you take away my job, and even if you take away everything, you cannot force me to still give you the love that you actually want. All you're going to do is force a shell of a person to sit here and look at you. Okay, we can look at each other. And now what? Okay. You took all my freedom away, and now what? So I'm not gonna love you. Now I don't like you even more. Right? You don't have my heart. And all you're doing is prolonging the inevitable. And what's the inevitable? The inevitable is my freedom and me saying goodbye. Bye.